Hi guys, and welcome to Miata University. Today we're going to be tackling the horn. Good safety device, something you always want to have. On this car, we push the horn button and we get nothing. Just a click. Click is actually a good sign though. Let's go out to the front of the car and we'll see what's going on. Okay, for today's project, we're going to basically retune the horn because I think that's the problem. First thing we're going to want is ear protection, because when you're honking a horn and you're right there, it can get pretty loud. Next, we're going to have a test light, and this is going to let us know if it's actually getting power to the horn. We're also going to need a screwdriver, Phillips head, and we're going to need a 10mm wrench and a 7mm wrench. It's one of the very rare places where you use a 7mm on a Miata. All right, before you begin, you're going to notice on this 90 model that there is no cowl cover. That's actually something they added to the later model cars. If you come over here, you'll see this one actually has a little cover on it, and there's some little Phillips head screws. They come out, and then the plastic connectors come out, and then you can access it. But this horn's working, so we're not working on that car. Back over here, once you get the cowl cover off, or if you don't have it, we're going to go ahead, and the horn is located right here. And we're going to go ahead and loosen that with a 10mm. And a good place to put your 10mm bolt right there. And there, the horn is going to have a single wire that goes to it. It's a single power wire because it's self-grounding. Now the first thing we want to do is, once the horn's out, is we want to make sure that we're actually getting power to this plug. In order to do that, we're going to use our test light. We're going to hook it up to a ground, and this is a really good ground right here. And we're going to push that into the plug, and then we have to activate the horn and see if we're getting a light. We'll go ahead and test that out now. As you can see, we are getting power to the plug, so that's a good sign. That means that the problem lies in the horn. First thing you'd want to do is make sure that your connectors are nice and clean, the ground connectors. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of emery cloth, or even just your screwdriver, and go ahead and scrape it up a little bit and make sure that you've got good material to ground. Okay, so that's probably good enough to make a ground connection. Now we can test it at this point just by putting that on ground and honking the horn and seeing if we get any. In this case, no. So the next thing we're going to do is use our tools to adjust this adjuster. It's going to be located right here. There is a lock nut as well as a screw. We're going to loosen the lock nut, and then we're going to adjust the screw until we can start getting some sound. So why would this need to be adjusted? Well, as the horn ages, things change, and this is going to actually basically tune the horn and allow us to start getting a sound back to it. So we'll go ahead and do this, put it on ground, and then have someone lay on the horn until we start getting sound. Okay, so now we've got it to where this is tuned. We've turned the screw until we start getting a good sound out of the horn. And remember, when you're tuning it, you have to have it grounded and then have another person holding the horn while you turn this until you start getting a good quality sound out of it. The horn does vibrate, so don't let that surprise you. So we've gone ahead and tuned this now, and we're just going to go ahead and hold the screw and turn the lock nut to keep it from changing. Okay, we're good. Okay, so now we can go ahead and test it by putting the screw back in. Okay guys, that's how you fix a Miata horn that's not working. Doesn't always fix the problem. Sometimes the horn is bad, sometimes you're not getting an electrical connector, but in this case, this solved the problem. watching Miata University.